Welcome back to Inuyasha Anime Review Part 21. This is reviewing the last 10 episodes of Season 6, basically episodes 158 to 167. The first two episodes is simply this. Believe it or not, this is basically what happens. It's just the Inuyasha gang versus an army of demon rats. Yeah. Oh, in case you're wondering though, a lot of the time some of the plots of these episodes is simply this. Naraku just dragging out the plot and because the large shard has been found, so okay, what is there to do? How about a bunch of stuff that really does not much with anything? Okay, so one plan Naraku has to okay, the first thing he wants to do is drag out Kikyo. How? By unleashing an army of demon rats. Yep, an army of demon rats that is basically sort of unleashed. Well, they're basically launched by Higoshi, one of Naraku's incarnations. And, well, Kohaku basically is told to put it there, but yeah, Kohaku basically is accused of doing this despite the fact he really has got nothing to do with it. He basically has got his memory back. He's memory back for a little while now. So, yeah. And let's see, what else? Yeah, of course, the shrine that the rats are kept in not only is closed, but it's also destroyed, effectively killing the rats. And it's explained these rats are led by this chief, this giant rat, which is actually killed by Higoshi. Yep. Let's see if I remember exactly what happened in these episodes. Let's see. 62 and 63 are the last two filler episodes of this series. Yeah, because once you finish these two, there is like no more filler episodes after that. Yeah, that's not a joke. There is like literally no more filler episodes right afterwards. Let's see if I can remember what else happened here. Let's see here. Oh, yes. 160, 161. Yeah, these two are essentially put just two standalone episodes. 160 is simply put this. I look at it like, oh, okay, I remember what happened in this episode. Yep, this episode I was looking forward to seeing in the anime, and the following one too. Simply put, 160 is this. It's technically the last time in Season 6 that we have an episode set in modern day. Basically, there's not much going on, so they go home. Simply goes that. And needs to go away for a while, and of course, well, she has to go back, but she also gets a new bike, which Inuyasha wrecks, and she gets mad at him, tells him to sit. First time, this is actually the second time officially in modern day, she has basically, actually third time I can think of, where he has gone to modern day and she has told him to sit command. Yeah. Then pretty much like, yeah. And this episode basically has it where Inuyasha meets Kagome's modern day friends. Hojishi he met back in the full episode. As a matter of fact, that episode is actually referenced here because it's part of the anime. In the manga, the full episode was never actually mentioned. It's like, oh, you're him. And also, they did do a slight change here. Because in the manga, I don't remember him wearing a rag because he was also working with Kagome's grandfather to fix the bike that he wrecked, which was actually something that was a gift to Kagome. Because at some point she lost her bike. My guess is probably when that mountain was destroyed. Yeah. So he meets her friends, and it's a brief conversation. I'm surprised that he didn't show off his demon ear, his dog ears, which apparently in modern day no one has got a problem with this at all. Like Kagome's mom thought they were adorable, so she pulls on them. As a matter of fact, a little girl when Inuyasha has his first when they had the first comedy-based episode in modern day. Yeah, this one basically because well was delivering a lunch that Kagome forgot, so he basically is like stop a random criminal. He saved a little girl from a fire because he's got cloth of the fire rats, and of course the hag like it, so she ended up pulling his ears. He didn't like it very much, but everybody loves the ears. Yeah, and they have no problem with Inuyasha. In the manga, only one of them basically no problem. Not like the anime, all three no problem. So, and of course they insist on meeting him. Yep. 161. This came right after that. In case you wanted the whole scene, this whole episode is depth from about 2-3 chapters. Moroku's past mistake. This one was one of the most weirdest ones, and I should point out this is the first episode of the series since it happened back in the previous season. They actually mentioned, oh yeah, Moroku and Song are engaged. I'm like, why the heck it takes so long to acknowledge that they're engaged? So yeah, I had this woman claiming to be Moroku's fiance, and the reason why she is, of course, revealed in the episode. So she wouldn't marry the catfish demon. And of course, the catfish demon not only took her, tried to take Song over the course of the episode. He's like, how dare you take my woman? And apparently Songo's like shocked to hear him say that. He refers to her as his woman. And then he's the one beating him, which Inuyasha was like, really? I do nothing here? It's almost like he's gonna break the fourth wall. It's like, damn, I did nothing this episode. Which I thought was so hilarious. And of course Moroku is forgiven basically for this past indiscretion. And that's that. And of course, apparently, her love for him was actually, and basically she's not actually in love with him, but it's one-sided. Moroku had no feelings for her at all. And I don't think, it's shown in the flashback, I don't think he ever actually I don't think he ever groped her like he did a lot of the other women he did in the series. Yep, it's a okay episode. 162, 163. Forever Lord Shishimaru. Yep. This one is a focus one on Ren, who is basically with Jockin. Of course, Shishimaru was off someplace. Half the time he disappears and never explains what the heck he's going. So, Jockin has let the babysit Ren. So, mentioned some empire thing he might do after he defeats Naraku. And then she's kidnapped by Gozen Cookie. Okay. I personally have never heard of this demon at all. And I've never heard of an actual fictional demon who kidnaps children to sell them to other demons. I thought this was so bizarre. And so, he is killed by a group of human monks. Very powerful monks. And Moroku is familiar with the leader. Apparently, I thought he was maybe somebody he may have been taught some lessons on. No, he just, probably, from what I can tell, he just knows this by via reputation. And just by sheer coincidence. And this is the first and only time this happens in the series, where Inuyasha goes to his human look during a filler episode. Yes, because every single time it happened in the course of this anime, it happened in a canon episode. Never happened in a filler episode. It's like, oh, luckily enough, it's not the full moon, which, lucky enough, no demons attacked him. Yeah. Though you can kind of say this kind of also happened back in that 2-part episode, The Tragic Loves. That one, I think, is canon, despite the fact probably not be adapted from the actual manga. Not that I can think of, no. But I thought that was a good episode. Yeah, and of course he does kind of Inuyasha in demon form, and he does nothing to him. Despite the fact he thought, though, when he was human form, he might become a conversation with him, but nope. It's nothing. And they do question, why are you traveling with 2 demons for? Demons aren't humans, and of course Shippo, and of course Kagome and Sango point out, though, they've never harmed humans. Oh, Kilala loves humans. Yep, they go off, they see once again in the end of the episode, they don't really do much. They do kill Gozen Cookie really easily, and they battle Shishimaru. They get wasted by him in this episode. And Ren basically, he says to Ren, follow me of your own volition. And basically, yeah, Ren follows him because she feels like it. Yeah, she chooses to. 163. This is actually the last full episode of the series because after this, the remaining episodes of the series are all canon. There's no more fill episodes after this one. Kahaku, Songo, and, well, for some reason, the submarine name is pronounced Kilala in the anime. It's basically spelled Kirira. My guess is that's probably how to pronounce it in the sub, for Kilala. Yeah, this simply put, it's just Kohaku going back to his home village for the first time since the massacre happened back at the end of season 1. Yep, he goes there. He briefly sees his sister. Kagura's there, who doesn't really do much of anything. It's mostly a flashback episode, remembering some of the good stuff between Songo and Kohaku in the past, and Killa encountering him, and that's really it for this episode. Just basically, not much, basically sort of a character building episode. 164, I kind of wish this was a filler episode, but no, it's a canon episode. Possessed by a parasite, ship our worst enemy. A very silly episode. Okay, first starts off with a fox deity being possessed by this chrysalis demon. The lucky enough the parasite does come back in the following episodes. Yep. And during this episode, Shippa gets possessed and attacks Inuyasha for picking on him. Yep. And once the thing is released, he punches him, and that's that. Though the whole Shippa plot, basically him being possessed, that was so stupid. I felt really bored with this episode. Though it does set up basically set up toward the end of the series. Oh, the season anyways. The ultimate key to defeating the Raku. Yeah, these two last few episodes are just, well... Yeah, this is basically investigating it. And this basically has a demon mountain show up in the episode. Yes, a demon mountain. Okay, I guess nothing unusual. Yeah, it turns out the demon mountain is usually asleep, but it was actually woken up via the rocker take his stone that he normally has. Yeah, takes the stone he normally has, and well, then pretty much he just the guy gets killed off like not long after this. I think in just the, I think it was like at the following episode he gets killed off. Yeah, he gets killed off in the following episode. Yeah, by apparently he was killed by a group of children. And the children, he just said it was just by sheer coincidence, they just happened to kill him. Yeah, this character really had no reason to be killed off at all. He wasn't really harming anybody. Despite being a demon, he really did nothing at all. He gets killed really easily. And it turns out that there are actually these demon slayers who are actually kids, mentored by it looks like a monk who's got a demon arm. Yeah, and apparently uses this arm to recharge these urns that shoot out light, and they apparently don't work against Inuyasha's blade. They can be really easily. And when he takes in the first three of them, he just basically bops all three in the head at the same time. Bop, bop, bop. Yep. Yep. So they confront him, and they take a group of demons. Stay at night. Kagura shows up, and then this happens in the episode. She gets blasted a hole through her by the leader, the mentor. Yeah, and she also apparently loses her top as well. And then she apparently falls, because she's so wounded, she falls off her feather that she basically is known for flying on. And she falls in the river. Yep. I don't know if she got this feather back or not. Yeah, it's something they don't really say. Yeah, and then she's rescued first, and she's rescued by Shishimaru after Rin and Jaka basically went to go rescue her. And she's basically very grateful. And apparently Shishimaru has no problem with the fact that there's a woman right in front of him who's implied, now this is actually mentioned by Rin, that Kagura is in love with Shishimaru. Yep. Apparently Shishimaru has no problem seeing a woman who's topless right in front of him. He has no problem with it at all. Yeah, no problem. And they don't question the fact that, hey, and of course Rin never mentioned this, like, hey, Kagura, why do you have a spider in your back? Yeah, they don't mention it at all. It's the first time the spiders actually appear in the back of an incarnation in quite some time. Heck, I don't think even the one who actually was one part of Rock, I don't think he has a burn mark on his back. I don't think so, no. And apparently she just wants to see Shishimaru again. Gives him a jewel, gives him a shark, gives him some crystal that's meant to find this thing. And Kakashi points out in the rock, hey, why do you keep her around for? She's gonna betray. She's basically a traitor. And he's like, I have her use for her, and plus I have her heart, so I can kill her anytime I want to. Yep. And here's kind of the strange thing about Kagura that surprisingly no one points this out the whole series. Kagura's hot. Yes, Kagura is a beautiful woman, and surprisingly nobody falls for her until the course of the series. I mean, it could be implied that Shishimaru may have had a thing for her, but that's pretty much it. Yep. And eventually, Kagura inadvertently leads Inuyasha into a trap, which is inside of a belly of a demon. Well, they think it's a demon statue, but nope, it's a demon. And it takes some time, but they do get out of the demon thanks to the combination of a shard of the Shinko Jewel, the only shard they have, by the way. They put it in the Tensaiga, and they destroy the outside, and they get out pretty simply. Well, during the course of the process, Muro gets poisoned with Naraku's poisoned insects, and Kagome gets her feet burned by acid. Doesn't basically turn to bone, but does get hurt by it. She does get healed later on. And here's kind of the strange thing. The last time this happened to Kagome, she was forced back to modern day. This time, nope. Not really, no. Of course, Inuyasha mentions that, yeah, he has a long way to go. Yep. Yeah, and that's pretty much the episodes. At the time, these were the final episodes of the series for about 5 years. The only thing that was produced for the anime during the period of time between this season and in Final Act, which came out in 2009, which, yes, I will be reviewing that in part 23. I'll be starting reviewing that particular season. Of course, 22 would basically be... Actually, yeah, 22 would be the fourth and final film. The fourth film is the only thing they released in that period of time. Yeah, that's the only thing they released. So, yes, they were featured a year prior to that in a short that was meant for a run and a half. But that was simply it. That was it for them anyways. But in the case of this, yeah, that was the end of the series at that point. Yeah, and here's something initially though. Like in episodes 147, 148, this episode was initially aired as a hour-long episode in Japan. Yes, an hour-long finale for the series. While in the English dub was split up to 2 parts. Yeah. This overall was pretty good set of episodes. I would say the only really weak episode is 164. That's the only episode I felt pretty weak, despite the fact it was mostly set up for the remaining few episodes of the series. The main plot of the episode was really dumb. Shippo getting possessed to attack Inuyasha with pranks. Okay, fine, whatever. Also, this is the last time the second last time, because I think she does appear for the fourth Inuyasha film. Yeah, in the main series. Yeah, Kagome's voice actress, yeah, the original one, this is her last appearance in the main anime. Here's the reason why you don't hear her voice anymore. Like apparently the reason why she was in her final act, and here's the reason why. The actress retired. Yeah, that's the reason why. She retired, and that's the reason why that she doesn't do any. That's the reason why she can come back as she retired. Everyone else did. I think the only one they replaced aside from her is Shishimaru. That's simply it for him. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. I may have time to do one more review today, maybe 2. My next review, hopefully I get a chance to do it today, will be a review of the next Case Closed film. And that's a possibility I might get to today. Tomorrow I'll probably do a review of the 4th Inuyasha film, and probably going to be starting Final Act tomorrow, okay? See you next video. Bye.